Good evening, and thank you for trusting WRBL News 3. I'm Teresa Whitaker. My co-anchor Phil Scoggins is off tonight. Today, the suspect in a shooting and stabbing case which left a woman injured at Sugar Mill Apartments made his first court appearance. 50-year-old Felito Daniel appeared before Recorder's Court Judge David Ranieri. Daniel is charged with aggravated assault and other crimes. Police were called to a unit at Sugar Mill Apartments off Schomburg Road on the afternoon of January 17th, where they found Letitia Walton stabbed 37 times and shot twice, once in the face and once in the shoulder. Outside, they found Daniel, Walton's on and off partner of 6 years, covered in antifreeze and with zip ties around his neck, which police say he placed on himself. Police also found Daniel had purchased a chef's knife and antifreeze hours before the incident. Walton is receiving care at Piedmont Columbus Regional. Although she was not well enough to appear in court, her sister spoke for her.
It's truly been a nightmare from the moment that I received a call from my nephew, screaming, saying that my sister had been stabbed and shot. I truly did not know if my sister was alive or not. Tisha's children are suffering horribly. Her mother, father, her brothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, everybody in the family is suffering due to this senseless act. Most importantly, Tisha is clearly suffering the most.
The case was bound over to Superior Court. Recorder's Court Judge David Ranieri ruled Daniel a serious threat. Daniel will be held without bond.
Was shot twice 2 days ago by her ex-boyfriend. She was shot one time in the face. She was shot in the shoulder. She was also stabbed 34 times. 9 times in the heart.
I just want to say, I've been seeing these little comments too, bro, talking about I'm exaggerating. My mama didn't get stabbed 37 times. She didn't get shot in the face, all that type of shit. The shit was on the news. I'm not Kanye West. It's not going to be on CNN, fool. It's not. It's on the local news.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I know a lot of y'all been asking about my mom. I do have an update. I have a great update. They took her off the ventilator today. So she is 100% breathing on her own again. She's in good spirits. She's recovering.
Letitia Walton.
Yeah, this story out of Columbus, Georgia, where a woman by the name of Letitia Walton was in a relationship with this gentleman. I'm not sure how long, but the relationship ended, and I guess he was distraught. He couldn't take the breakup. He came back and stabbed her 37 times and shot her in the face and in the shoulder, apparently. But what I want to know is, how did she survive that? Man, she is strong. 37 times being stabbed? But you can get stabbed one time and die? That's a strong sister right there. But like I said, this is coming out of Columbus, Georgia. Now, the suspect in the shooting and stabbing case, which happened at a local apartment complex, made his first court appearance today. And today meaning January 27th. Now this guy, Felito Daniel, is 50 years old. He appeared before Recorder's Court Judge David Ranieri. He faces charges of aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and possession of a knife during the commission of a crime. Now, the charges come in relation to an incident at Sugar Mill Apartments on January 17th. Police were called to the complex around 2 p.m., where they found Letitia Walton stabbed 37 times and shot twice. Like I said earlier, once in the face and once in the shoulder. Now, outside, they found Daniel, Walton's on and off partner of 6 years. They were together 6 years. Now, he was covered in antifreeze with zip ties around his neck. His clothes had blood on them. Now, the police later determined the defendant had placed the zip ties on himself. Man, you tried to cover that up by pouring antifreeze on yourself, zip tying yourself. I bet the officer seen that and was like, what is this dude doing? It was probably self-evident. It was probably obvious that he that he tried to stage all that. Now, Walton is still receiving care for her injuries at Piedmont Columbus Regional. Although she was not well enough to appear in court, her sister, Tika Ferguson, made an emotional statement. Ferguson said, in part, "It's truly been a nightmare from the moment that I received a call from my nephew screaming, saying that my sister had been stabbed." Can you imagine getting a call like that? Out of nowhere, you receive that call and somebody screaming on the other end. It's like, you don't know what to think. You just go in panic mode, like, what's going on? And she said, "I truly did not know if my sister was alive or not." And she also said everybody in the family is suffering due to this senseless act. Most importantly, Trisha is clearly suffering the most. Yeah, but how did she survive that? All those shots, all those stab wounds. That's incredible. Ferguson said Walton had asked her to say that Daniel was not the only one to be blamed for the violent incident, directly calling out Daniel's family, which she said enabled him. Yeah, they're not going to be charged. The parents probably didn't enable him and supported him, but he's going to be solely charged on this by himself. Now, according to the police testimony, when Walton ended the relationship with Daniel in February of 2024, she took back Daniel's key to the apartment. Yeah, that broke his heart right there. She got that key back. This weak-minded dude, he just couldn't take it. Like I say, on all these videos, they all seem like they end up the same way. These guys have low self-esteem and don't want to move on. Put that woman on a pedestal and can't live without that woman. So you think. Now, police said on the day of the incident, Daniel was seen by witnesses acting strangely and carrying a bottle of antifreeze around the apartment complex. The 911 call had come from Walton, who pretended to be dead, then locked herself in the apartment unit. She was able to call 911, so she was still able to function and had the strength to call 911 and give a report. That is amazing. Now, further investigation showed Daniel had made purchases, including a chef's knife and antifreeze, hours prior to the incident. The firearm used was a .22 caliber revolver, which had been reported stolen in Texas. "It truly feels like a scene from a horror movie," her sister Ferguson said in her statement. Yeah, so he's going to be charged like all these other lunatics. He'll probably get life in prison. If he takes a plea deal, he'll probably get, like 30 years? But to Letitia Walton and her family, Letitia, I hope you make a full recovery. And next time, watch out for the red flags. We're dealing with these guys. And you gotta cut somebody off. Maybe you have to relocate yourself and get completely away from that state, because you don't want to have to go through this again. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.